Spoken English for Developers Day 2. I hope you all liked yesterday's session, yes, which was about how to introduce yourself. Yes, how you can introduce yourself in front of your interviewers, or even if you are studying, how can you introduce yourself. Yesterday, we saw so many phrases to talk about ourselves, right? So, today we are going to understand how to talk about our hobbies. Mostly in your interview, and even when you introduce yourself to somebody in an informal way, you try to talk about your likes, your dislikes, and about your hobbies, isn't it? So, here also we are going to know how we can talk about our hobbies. Yes, so if somebody asks you what are your hobbies, you are not going to just tell the word that I like this or I like doing that. Yes, you need to know how you are going to talk to people about your hobbies. Okay, so first thing first is let me share the screen. Okay. Okay, so I hope you can view my screen now. My screen is visible. So, first of all, we are going to understand what are hobbies. Hobby is something which we do during our leisure time. That means when we are free, at that point of time, we do our hobbies. And to relax our mind and to have fun at the same time is known as hobby. Sometimes when you are too much stressed with lots of work, and if you do what you love to do, it really helps you to be stress free and then get your energy back, isn't it? So maybe somebody who has got a hobby of painting, or maybe drawing, or for crafting, or maybe reading books, these all people can relax themselves while painting something or drawing something or reading any book. Yes, so we all know how reading books help us to grow, to groom ourselves, isn't it? So some of the hobbies I have mentioned here is in indoor hobbies. There are two types of hobbies, that is indoor and outdoors. Yes, so indoor hobbies could be knitting, sewing, painting, planting, calligraphy, etc. Yes, and our outdoor hobbies includes activities like trekking, mountaineering, cycling, playing cricket, football, etc. Yes, so when you are talking to somebody about hobby, or maybe your interviewer might want you to talk more about your hobby, then how you are going to ask questions to them and how you are going to answer, means how you are going to talk to somebody about your hobby, not only about interview, but then when you go outside, you may talk to your friend about your hobby, you may talk to your neighbor about your hobby, you may talk to your colleague about your hobby. Yes, so here we have got one conversation, right, talking about hobbies. Here, our characters are Anna and Sally, who are discussing about their hobbies. We will listen to understand how they are asking questions and answering to each other. So, through this conversation, we are also going to know about different phrases. We are also going to learn different phrases and different vocabulary. Yes, so first thing is Sally is asking, what do you enjoy doing in your spare time? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? Yes. So you can ask it in this way. There are other ways to ask the same question. What are your hobbies? Or what things you get up with when you are free? Yes. So in how many ways can we ask whether what is the hobbies of other people? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? Spare again is free time. What are your hobbies? Or what things you get up with when you are free? What things you get up with when you are free? Yes. The answer, how you are going to answer for such questions. I enjoy getting busy with painting and sewing, but I love to go for trekking as well. Yes. So how you are going to answer this? I enjoy. So you have see here, this person is having two kinds of hobbies. Yes, that is painting as well as saving and trekking. Yes. So one is outdoor activity and others are indoors. So for indoors, this person is using enjoy. I enjoying getting busy with painting and saving, but I love to go for trekking as well. Yes. What things you get up with when you are free? So, after answering, you are also asking the other person about their hobbies. And this is how the conversation goes on, isn't it? Sometimes when you talk to people, you don't know what to talk or how to talk, right? So, this is when you are going to ask the other person what things you get up with when you are free, right? So how uh, mm, and what are the other ways you could have answered this? It can be answered using the below phrases as well. In my spare time, in my spare time I get busy doing painting or saving, or my hobbies are to paint and to save, and I also love trekking. Yes. To relax myself, I mostly indulge myself in painting and saving. I spend a lot of time painting, right? So, did you see so many phrases, so many sentences we have to talk about the same thing, right? Then, my newest passion is writing, content creating, cooking. Yes, sometimes some people get up with new hobbies, and that is when you can say, my newest passion is writing or content writing or dancing or cooking, anything which is new for you. Trekking, walking. What is the meaning of trekking? That is walking long distance for pleasure or to explore. Yes. Now, here, the moment this person asked Sally about her hobby, then Sally is answering. On weekends, I love to go for long drives and go swimming. If I go for a vacation, I always prefer doing river rafting. Yes. So can you see how nicely this person has presented? On weekends? Weekends generally we consider Saturday and Sunday to be weekends. So on weekends I love to go for long drives. Yes, so when you take your car or bike and you go to a long distance driving, that is known as long drives. And swimming, if I go for a vacation, I always prefer doing river rafting. Now what is the meaning of weekends? I already told you, Saturday and Sunday is considered to be weekends. Vacation means long holidays which you have got. River rafting, now what is river rafting? Some of you might know, some of you might not know. River rafting, using a rubber raft to move with the current of the river. Okay. Now here Anna is asking, river rafting? That sounds interesting. So how long have you been doing river rafting? So now here you are asking the other person more about their hobby. Yes, you want to know more about it. So when you want to know more about it, this is how you are going to answer. River rafting? That sounds interesting. So how long have you been doing river rafting? Okay. So, how can you answer to this question? Well, about 3 years. Yes. So, for how many years you are keeping on doing the same hobby, you can talk about that. I'm doing it from last 3 years, or maybe from my childhood, or maybe from my college days. Yes, in my college days we usually visited mountains to chill ourselves. There we met some guys who helped us learn this activity. It is enjoyable and relaxing. What about you? Where have you gone for trekking so far? Yes. So, how this person is speaking about his hobby. Yes, he is telling that 3 years back I started it, and how he started, that is, in my college days, we usually visited mountains to chill ourselves. There, we met some guys who helped us learn this activity. So, here you are telling all the things about the hobby to that person, like from when you started, how you started. Yes, everything you answered. And you also said that this activity is very enjoyable as well as relaxing. Okay, now the other person is saying, I have been to North Dakota, Hawaii, Alaska, and many other places. Why she is telling this? Because Sally asked her, what about you? Where have you gone for trekking so far? Yes, so trekking again means exploring new places. So that is why Anna is answering North Dakota, Hawaii, Alaska, and many other places. Sally, oh, that's cool. So, this is how you are going to respond to the other person. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so here another thing we should note is, if you have started getting interest doing some new activities, you can say it in this way: I have been getting into. Yes, I have been getting into swimming and dancing lately. So, why lately? Because we have started it newly. Yes, I have been getting into swimming and dancing lately. I have taken up hiking as my new hobby nowadays. Right? And okay, so these are some indoor hobbies which we have, like flower arrangement, nail paint, yes, book collection. Apart from this, we also have seashell collecting, sewing, crocheting, knitting, yes. And then we also have candle making, weaving, and here it is sewing. Okay, sewing, crocheting, knitting, all these you can talk about here. Yes. And outdoor hobbies, we have trekking, river rafting, swimming. Can you see the picture? This is trekking. This person is going up to the mountain to see different places, to see the beauty of the nature. Yes, so these activities are known as trekking. This is known as river rafting. This is a river raft, and these people are, you know, riding opposite to the current. Here it is the picture of swimming. Yes. Apart from this, in outdoor activities, we have got planting, fishing, jogging. Yes, there might be many hobbies which you also love doing. So you can speak about your hobbies. Yes, and this is how you are going to speak about your hobbies or talk to people about your hobbies. Then, talking about music and sports. Yes. So most of the time people might ask you, do you love music? Do you love sports? So what are the different ways for asking such questions or answer to these type of questions? Do you love music? So how you will answer this? Yes. I love to listen to music. I love playing musical instruments like guitar and piano. I love singing vocal song. I love songs of Backstreet Boys. I sing in a band. Yes, can you see? Means in so many different ways you can let the other person know whether you love music or not. Yeah, which all sports you like to play? No, I am not a sports person, so I don't like playing any sports. So this is a negative answer. In case you don't like sports, you can answer in this way: no, I'm not a sports person, so I don't like playing any sports. I enjoy playing football, right? I am a wrestler and I need to practice a lot. I can indulge in any kind of sports. I love playing sports. Yes. Then, how to ask questions to get more information? Say, for example, you want more information from the other person. So, what you have to do? You have to keep on probing the other person, and you have to keep on ask question to the other person about the thing about which you want to know something. Yes. So, how to ask questions to get more information? Yes. How would you get into that? How did you get into that? Yes, so what is the question? How did you become interested in it? So if somebody is asking you something like this, how did you get into that, do not get confused. The meaning of this sentence is, how did you become interested in it? Yes, so I came to know about this through a video, and that's how I got interested. Yes, so sometimes it happens, you see different videos and you get interested in doing those activities, right? Once I participated in this while being in school and I developed my interest on this. Yes, so you don't know where you are going to develop your interest in what activity. So that is why it is always told that you have to keep on exploring, doing various things. Sometimes we do not get passion about anything, we do that passion about that thing or loving doing that thing doesn't grow within ourselves until unless we explore on everything, and suddenly you come across any activity and you'll find yourself that you are loving doing that activity. Yes, so this is the case with everybody. Until unless you don't find your passion, you have to keep on searching for your passion. Yes, so I came to know about this through a video, and that's how I got interested. So if the person is asking you how did you get interested in this, that is, I was watching some videos on these activities and that is how I got interested in this. Once I participated in this while being in school and I developed my interest on this. Yes, so sometimes it happens in school, like there are many activities which take place, isn't it? So when you are in school, you keep on participating in one activity or the other, and there are kids who love dancing, who love singing, who loves doing drama. Maybe there are some kids who love swimming, who loves doing taekwondo or karate. So many things are there, and how they came to know when they started doing that. If you don't start doing that, you will not know whether you are enjoying it or not. Some activities are there where you have to be very much active, you have to do that, you have to put your hands into that activity, and then only you will come to know whether you are liking doing that activity or not. Yes, so in schools, especially nowadays, there are lots of activities under one roof, and kids are kids get an opportunity to do all those things, and finally when they grow up a little, they come to know what are the activities they like, and they keeps on developing their skills in those activities. Yes, I read an article. Yes, some people might get interested by reading any article. Yes, so maybe about cooking or something. For cooking, we have got so many cooking books, and even in many newspapers. Sorry, in many newspapers we get the recipe, so when you try cooking, seeing the instructions, you feel like, oh, I'm so good in cooking, isn't it? Then I learned it from my friend. Yes, when you see your friend doing something, obviously you then keep asking that person, how you are doing, what you are doing, are you liking doing that or not, and then one day you also start doing the same activity with that person, and then suddenly you feel that you are also liking that activity. So whenever somebody asks you how did you become interested in it, the answers which you can give and the ways you can answer to such kind of question is, first, I came to know about this through a video, and that's how I got interested. Once I participated in this while being in school, and I developed my interest on this. I read an article, I learned it from my friend. Yes? Okay. So, how long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that? So here what the person wants to know, the person wants to know till means from when you are doing this activity. Yes. So how can you answer? I am a beginner, I have just started doing this. I'm a beginner. Beginner means you just have started doing this, so you don't have much knowledge about this activity, but lately you have your interest has grown into these things. Yes, I am a beginner for few years now, for few years now. So maybe you have started this activity and it is going on for more than 2 years, and that is why you are using for few years now. Since I was a child, yeah, there are many people who have got some activity, some hobbies, and they are keeping on doing that since when they were child, like Sachin Tendulkar. He loved to play cricket since when he was a child, and then still he loves to play cricket. So we can say that he started this activity since when he was a child. Okay. So ever since I was in college, so when I was in college, that is when I started doing this activity. Okay. So how can you answer this question, how long have you been doing that? I am a beginner, I don't have much knowledge for this activity. I'm a starter, you can say. I'm just starting on this activity for few years now. It has been just more than 2 years I'm doing this activity. I love to do this activity, and I'm doing this since I was a child. Ever since I was in college. Yes, I'm doing this activity ever since I was in college. So here I'm sending you the attendance link. Just a second. So you can put your attendance here. So moving forward, we are going to know how you can talk about your new hobby. Sometimes you get up with something new. So, how can you talk about your new hobby? Okay, talking about starting a new hobby. So, here the conversation is going on between Vanya and Todd. It's new for her, and she is thinking of trying her hands on it. So, Vanya came to know about a hobby from Todd. So Todd is doing some activity, and that is new for Vanya, and she wants to try that activity, and the conversation is about that. Yes. So what is Vanya asking? How did you get into that? Means how you got to know about this activity. How did you get into that? How did you become interested in it? Okay, so here Todd is answering from a friend of mine. He's an expert in puppetry. So somebody who makes puppet, that activity is known as puppetry. From a friend of mine, he is an expert in puppetry. The first time I saw him hosting a show in my child's school, and then on, I thought of learning this skill. Yes, from then on, means starting from that time, I got interested in such activities. Okay, so what is the meaning of hosting a show? The meaning of hosting a show is a person who receives guests. Okay, so we already know host means somebody who receives a guest or entertains them at home or outside, right? So here I have got the picture of this puppet show. I feel that you all might have seen puppet show one or the other time. If not in reality, maybe in your cartoon shows you have seen such kind of things. Yes, so now here Vanya is asking, oh, that's good to know. Can you teach me the skill of making puppetry? Lately, I'm getting quite bored of my office work and have lot of time on my hands. Yes. So Vanya is telling that I have got lots of time in my hand and I am free so I can learn this activity. So what Todd is answering? Sure. By the way, what do you like doing in your free hours? Yes. So here, see how he is asking, by the way, what you like doing in your free hours. So when do we use by the way? When we want to change the topic. Here, Vanya is telling that I'm getting bored of my office work. I have lots of time in my hand, and that's why I want to learn this activity. So Todd could have talked about that activity, but he is telling, yes, of course, I will teach you this activity by the way. So he is not talking about that activity. He wants to know what Vanya is interested in doing. Yes. So, by the way, we use this phrase when we want to talk about something new or not continuing with what was going on earlier. Yes. So here Vanya answers, I love writing. I always pen down my thoughts into stories and people love to read them. Okay, so whenever you write something, that is known as pen down. So this is another phrase for you to remember. I always pen down my thoughts into stories and people love to read them. Okay, so what is the meaning of pen down? Write down one's thoughts or feelings. So Todd is answering, oh, is it? You are a writer, isn't it? Vanya, not exactly, but yes, I love writing. So there are many people who keep on writings, but exactly they are not writers. They keep on writing about their thoughts, their feelings, but exactly they feel that they are not writers. So, what phrases can you use to explain why you like your hobby? Sometimes people might ask you, what is the reason that you like doing this activity? So, what are the sentences which you can use to tell them why you love doing this activity? Yes, because it helps in developing my knowledge. I love it because it helps in relieving my stress. I get more clarity towards everything when I indulge doing my hobby. Okay? It's fun, interesting, exciting to do. I enjoy doing it. It's a great work. It's my side hustle, but I find it fascinating too. Yes. So, how can you answer about this question? Yes. Why you like your hobby? Because it helps helps in developing my knowledge. So when you read many books, when you explore new places, of course you gain knowledge about all those things, all those places. And in books, of course, you come about so many different things, you come to know about so many different things. Yes, then I love it because it helps in relieving my stress. Yes, many people love doing painting, drawing, crafting, stitching, and they love doing this because their stress is released from doing those activities. I get more clarity towards everything when I indulge doing my hobby. Sometimes your mind gets freshen up when you are out of your stress. Your mind gets freshen up, and that is when you get clarity about what to do and what not to do, maybe in your work, or maybe you have to take some kind of decision. And that is when you get clarity while doing the activity which you love to do. Yes, or otherwise you can just answer simply which you all do might be, that is, I love this, or it's fun and that is why I do this. I'm interested in this. It's exciting. Yes, I enjoy doing it. It's a great workout. It's my side hustle. Side hustle means something which you do and as a side business, and through that you earn also a little amount. Yes, so it's my side hustle, but I find it fascinating too. Though it's your side business, you love doing it, you are excited doing that thing, doing that activity. So here again I have given you the meaning of side hustle: a job or occupation that brings in extra money. So here you have come to know how you can converse about hobbies. So what you can do is this: you can practice talking with your friend or maybe your siblings about hobbies, and that is how you will be developing your spoken English. Yes, slowly you will develop fluency. Try using the new phrases which we learned here. Try using the different sentences which we came across in this document, and it is definitely going to help you to improve your spoken English, right? So here I will like to end up today's session. Today's session was still here only. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day.